so glad that Kenzie and Corbin chose each other. So now they can both go. Get out of the villa. Hi, my name is Lexi. I talk about Love Island, and if you love that type of content, please give me a subscribe and a like. Let's jump into it because a lot happened in the last episode, but I'm going to be focusing on Miss Kenzie, the Gazelle, and Corbin. So let me start with Kenzie because as the episodes progress, she's getting increasingly annoying. Like her true colors are really beginning to come out. And the more I see of Kenzie, the more annoying she gets. It kind of started for me when Zach didn't like her in the beginning and she was like, I've never met a man that I'm not their type. Like, who doesn't like blondes? Who doesn't like blondes? Like, that was the first kind of sign. And then when Zach came back with Kada and he wanted to just have a conversation with her, I understand feeling away and being a little angry or upset, but the way she acted towards Zach, that was kind of like a little red flag. But I'm like, okay, let me give her a chance. She felt rejected on national TV. All right, cool. Come to find out that that was just the beginning, right? And she keeps getting worse and worse. We see her not being a good friend because initially she was really, really close with Melanie. We saw a lot of times they were always together, talking to each other about their relationships. But as soon as Corbin came into the picture and Melanie's situation with Sincere was kind of getting more problematic, we see Kenzie not really being the best friend to Melanie anymore because now they're kind of in competition for the same man. We know this is not Friendship Island, this is Love Island. But if you're going to act or pretend to be friends with someone and then you switch up, it is going to look strange and it's going to make you look bad. So if you didn't come there for friends and it's not Friendship Island for you, then you shouldn't have gotten that close to the girls. But then you got close and then you're kind of pulling away because of a guy. That is always going to seem very strange. We saw Kenzie getting mad when Corbin asked Melanie for a kiss. I think she just hates the fact that the guy that likes her likes someone else. You know, I think she can't handle that at all. She wants it to be all about her. And I get it. It can be difficult, but if you're going to come on a show like this, you got to be prepared to know that a man is going to explore. Everyone's there to explore. And what I find with her, based on the things that she says, it's like she wants to explore. And when she's exploring, it's okay. But she kind of wants to dictate how others explore and all of that. That scene with her and Corbin in the bedroom where she was literally like trying to coerce him into kissing her and guilt trip him into kissing her, that was really distasteful to me. Because if Corbin is trying to be respectful to Melanie because he is in that couple with her and he kind of likes her, why can't you respect that boundary? You can still explore him without kissing him. And she made it seem as if, oh, if we're not making out, if you're not going to kiss me, I'm going to have an attitude, or it's like you're prioritizing Melanie's feelings over my feelings. And just making a big deal of him not kissing her. It's like, girl, be for real. Are you serious? Let's talk about how she pretended to befriend Soul. Because as soon as she got in that little love triangle with Corbin and Melanie, she quickly ran to Soul, pretending to be nice. Like, I'm here if you need anything. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. I want to be your friend. And that was so obviously given, okay, we have a common enemy, so let me befriend this girl because she doesn't really like Melanie either, and I'm going to now pretend to be nice to her. It's given very much Mean Girl and kind of like using someone. And also along the lines of friendship, when all the OG girls were there, she was close, not just to Melanie, but she used to talk to the other girls. Now another blonde comes into the house. And you saw how excited she was when she saw Jen. She's like, oh, another blonde, another blonde. Now it's like she pretty much kind of separated herself from the other OG girls. like the brown girls, because she's the only white girl along with Jen, who's now new. And we don't really see her as close to Trinity, Anaya, Melanie, you know, those OG girls, Kada, who have been there. It's like now that she got her blonde, she's very much sticking to her. And it's fine. Friendships form based on like similarities and who you just click with best. But again, it looks weird because she appeared to be very close to these girls. And now we didn't see a fallout. We didn't necessarily see a fallout between them. But it's kind of like she just separated herself. And we saw her whispering, telling secrets to Jen. And with that, she waited until Soul left, because the three of them were there. She waited until Soul left to pretty much tell Jen the secret.
Because I trust you.
Yeah.
Me and Corbin, like, made out.
Last night?
Yeah.
Good.
Like, hard. Like,
yeah.
And we were like, we're just going to keep this between me and you.
Yeah. That's why he made you the hard pancake. That's when he was like...
That's why I was like, I need to
in her face, too.
Which she told Corbin not to tell absolutely anyone. And I know she'd be upset with Corbin if he told someone. But there she goes, yapping to Jen. And she said basically like, you're the only person in here who I trust. What? You trust Jen, who you've known for what? I don't know, maybe 3 days now, over the girls who you've been here with, who didn't do you anything, by the way. We didn't see any conflict between them. So why is it that you trust Jen all of a sudden more than the girls who you've been there with? It's given a little R. So they had this mailbox game, and honestly, they could have just had the three couples, Soul and Sincere, Corbin and Melanie, as well as Caleb and Kenzie. They could have done this game with only those three couples, because the other couples, who else were they going to pick? Like Trinity, Bryce, Kada, Zach, Anaya, Casey. Who else were they going to pick? Jen, Gabrielle, like... There was literally no point for them to be in this game at all. They could have just done the game with the three couples who were kind of like, you know, in this weird triangle, quadrangle, whatever. So a lot of that kind of felt unnecessary to me. I would have rather gotten more just raw scenes from around the villa instead of hearing these declarations of love. Not really love, but you know what I mean? Like these letters from these couples who we know they're going to stay together because there was no other option there for them. I feel like the only reason for the other Islanders to be in this game would be if they were going to give them the opportunity to stay single, like just not write a letter and opt out of the couple that you're in now to explore with a bombshell. Like tell them that, hey, we're going to have 2 new bombshells coming in, so you can either write a letter to the person you're currently coupled up with. If you don't write a letter, then you get to explore the bombshells. I think that would have been the only point to put in like an Anaya and Casey in this game, because who else were they going to write letters to? You know, so I think that was maybe like a missed opportunity to kind of have some more dramatics if you were going to do that, because there was no other choice for half of these couples. So Kenzie opens her mailbox and she sees 2 letters, and I'm just like, y'all are really making this girl feel like more than what it is, because seriously, why is Kenzie getting 2 letters? We know who the 2 letters are from, and we find out that Corbin chose her instead of Mel. She doesn't like Mel, so Melanie. And I knew he was going to pick Kenzie because it's more of like they have a lot of physical things going on, whereas Melanie wasn't even sleeping in the bed with that man. So I don't know if Kenzie kind of felt like she won something there, but Melanie wasn't trying. So yeah, he picks Kenzie and they're back in a couple, and I was happy. I was really happy because one, she kept lying to Caleb. She's still keeping the secret that they had kissed in the bedroom from Caleb. She's not being honest. Like, yes, it is her right to explore, but Caleb had all these nice things to say about how she is kind and honest, and she's really not. So I'm glad Caleb kind of got free off that. He's now coupled up with Soul, and I hope they actually explore, because that's the thing too, Caleb. Why didn't you pull any of the other girls for a chat? Like, that's kind of my beef with Caleb. He seems to be a nice guy, but I don't get it. Like, even if Kenzie was your number one, you could have pulled one of the other girls and at least attempted to try to get to know them. Now, on to Melanie and Sincere. I'll just briefly mention them. Even though we know that Sincere needs to be off the show, like, he's a liar, he's not ready for anything serious, and it's a little annoying, but I am glad he did write to Melanie, because it would have been really embarrassing for her if her box was empty. And even though Soul didn't get a letter, she was a bombshell, so she kind of came in and she did her job as a bombshell. She tried to break up the couple and it didn't work out. So it wasn't, well, in my opinion, I don't think it was as bad for her not getting a letter as opposed to Melanie, who was kind of there from day one, not getting a letter. So we got the opportunity to vote for our favorite couple, and I'm really hoping that this is where Kenzie and Corbin will get the boot. Like, fingers crossed. I really don't honestly think they're going to get kicked out, because I know a lot of people still like Kenzie and they're bringing drama to the show, so I don't really see production wanting to let them go. But honestly, I'm so over it. I think the villa would lighten up a lot with those two out. I want some new bombshells to come in. Like, if they're so in love and attracted to each other, get on out and continue your connection outside. We don't need you in the villa. Give us some new bombshells and let's progress with the show. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Again, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Bye.